And he's going to talk about his business. We have 6 minutes to present your business, and then we typically, if we have 2 people, we'll have 20 minutes of questions and answers, but today we have 1, so we have a little bit more time than that, and so I always give you like the 1-minute warning when we get close to time, just to let you know, and it's all yours.
Okay. Hello everybody. So today I'm going to be presenting some information on the Simple Archive service. So this is a cloud service framework that can be configured to deliver a number of front-end products. Today I'm going to focus on using this for digital photography archive management. This guy's my brother. His name's Kevin. He is an avid birder and wildlife photographer, amateur photographer. He travels all over the world taking pictures of birds. Him and his partner have really cool jobs. They give them a lot of free time, so when they're traveling all over the world, they have time to take all these pictures. And at one point, he was home for Christmas one year, and I noticed he's storing all his photos on little external drives. That's his entire life's work. So I started looking at how I could protect his collection, but also build a system where he could collaborate with his partner as they're traveling around taking pictures. So needed to manage 2 terabytes of photos, 300,000 photos. Both people need to be able to collaborate remotely on this system. It has to be pretty easy to upload new batches of photos. And I also wanted to protect his intellectual property by automatically watermarking all the photos and adding copyright information to the image metadata. Some of the challenges, of course, when I first started this, I thought, oh, 2 terabytes, that'll take a few days to upload. And then I did the math, and it's like, no, that's going to take a few weeks to upload with my internet connection. So the cameras also use a 4-digit number format, so I had to be mindful of overwriting files during batch processes. Oops, I skipped ahead. Again, simple upload process, and they're amateur photographers. They use the file path as part of their cataloging system, which is not recommended, but that's what they do. So I had to account for that. So I built a automated digital media management system that does all of that. All of the batch processing occurs in a virtual machine in the Google Cloud, so they don't have to have any special software running on their laptops. This is an example of a watermarked photo. There are 2 different treatments here. You can see the little one at the bottom as well. When I was looking at different cloud backup and storage services, I decided to go with Google Drive Unlimited. And this is not the free Google Drive account you get with your Google account. This is Google's enterprise solution, which gives you unlimited storage. The reason I did that is Google Drive will render thumbnails automatically. Sorry, I didn't realize I was blocking you there. It also provides a file management view with a typical tree, file list, and even file activity that people are used to using. Google Search powers Google Drive Search, so it also searches the contents of the files, which includes the image metadata description. And you can also add third-party apps. Now, it's not really intended to be like light table software that you can do color correction and stuff like that. We're talking about archive management. But you can add some simple apps that let you crop images, add captions, stuff like that from the marketplace. The other cool thing is that working with folders and Drive, Google has a pretty granular permissions system, and they've added new features. For example, you can share a link to a photo with someone that has an expiration date. You can also prevent them from downloading or printing the file that you're sharing with them. So kind of a summary, this is all built on top of Google G Suite, Google Apps, which gives you the account management back end. So it's very reliable, secure service. This is what a photo looks like in Drive with a detail view. You can see the exploded view there is the metadata that's written during the batch process. That includes intellectual property information there. And the cool thing about that is when you share these photos from Drive, most social media platforms will grab the Drive description and import that as the caption. So you would normally write a little story up here, and then people might forget to add some additional information down there. So that's captured automatically when you share from Drive. That's LinkedIn right there. I was talking about how my brother uses the file path to store information. So you can see the long file path there. Here's the larger view. So that's some critical information on the photograph that's not actually stored in the metadata. So that gets imported into the metadata for the image during the batch process. You also see the intellectual copyright information there. This means that when it's loaded into Drive, I can use Drive Search to find all those images from Hong Kong from that file path name. Part of the service would include a Drive transfer service. As I mentioned before, it's very difficult to get terabytes of images up from your home internet connection. So there's a high-speed Drive transfer service where we take care of that for you. Once the images are in the cloud, they can be moved between cloud services at very high speeds. And so it's possible for this system to manage access to other cloud accounts. So for example, just by dragging images between folders in Google Drive, you could send it to an Amazon S3 bucket to serve to your website. You could send it to Amazon Glacier, Google Nearline for long-term storage. So all of this happens within the Drive as the user interface management. And you don't have to give people credentials to all these other accounts. Okay? Credentials are managed in the virtual machine. So I presented this as a media archive management service framework for digital media. It could be cloud storage management, configured to drive content delivery, or any custom configuration delivered as a managed service for business. There you go.